Hey guys, it's me, Cupid. I have schizophrenia. Um, I wanted to talk today about sleep issues, insomnia, things like that. Insomnia with schizophrenia, why people with schizophrenia have insomnia, um, and some things you can do to help with insomnia. So let's get started. I have a lot of information to go over. Let's see. So, so I didn't know this, but there are positive and negative symptoms to schizophrenia. Um, Delusions and hallucinations are the positive symptoms, and the negative symptoms are anhedonia and social withdrawal. Um, so, those are the normal impairments that are traditionally considered most prominent features of schizophrenia. Um, but the role of sleep and sleep disturbances has gained increasing prominence in clinical practice. Um, Indeed, the vast majority of patients with schizophrenia report sleep I can say the word, I just can't seem to say it right now. Abnormalities, which tend to precede illness onset and can predict any acute I can't seem to say anything today. Exasperation. I got it. I'm sorry. um, of psychotic symptoms. Furthermore, schizophrenia patients often have a comorbid sleep disorder, including insomnia, obstructive sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or periodic limb movement disorder. Despite accumulating data, the links between sleep disorders and schizophrenia have not been thoroughly examined, in part because they are difficult to disentangle, as numerous factors contribute to their comorbidity, including medication status. Additionally, sleep disorders are often not the primary focus of clinicians treating this population, despite studies suggesting that the comorbid sleep disorders carry their own unique risks, including worsening of psychotic symptoms and poorer quality of life. There is also limited information on effective management strategies for schizophrenia patients affected by significant sleep disturbances and or sleep disorders. Um, Sorry, that was a long one. Okay, so sleep impairment, most frequently insomnia, is the most commonly reported symptom in individuals who are in a prodromal phase of schizophrenia. Sorry. Um, some of these words are really hard to say, some of them. Not the other two, those are normally not hard to say. But in these things, I found some interesting words. So, in addition, both self-report and objective sleep measures have demonstrated sleep abnormalities in research. Participants at high risk for developing psychosis in patients with established diagnosis. Um, Further studies indicate an inverse link between sleep disturbance and symptom severity in patients with schizophrenia, as well as increased rates of sleep disorders. However, the evidence regarding these associations and related risk and treatment considerations has yet to be comprehensively examined. To that end, the researchers in a new oh, yeah, that didn't need to be. Anyways, why do you need to get help for sleep problems in schizophrenia? So why do we need to get help with this is if you are already at risk of psychosis, sleep problems can increase this risk. Sleep problems may be the first sign of onset or relapse of illness. Um, Sleep problems make it harder to get better. Sleep problems cause other health issues. I have sleep problems all the time. There has never been a day in my life where I haven't had trouble falling asleep. So I have had to deal with trying to find ways to get to sleep for a long time. So, um, I don't know if it's just because of psychosis or what, but I've definitely had sleep issues my whole life. There is no evidence that sleep disorders are the cause of psychiatric disorders, but sleep and psychiatric disorders such as schizophrenia and depression are closely related. Psychiatric disorders are the leading cause of insomnia, the inability to sleep. In addition to insomnia, people with psychiatric disorders have other sleep problems, including sleepiness during the day, fatigue, and nightmares. Although insomnia or excessive tiredness are familiar to most who live with schizophrenia, they are not unique to it. At least 70% of people suffer from sleep abnormalities at some point in their lives for various reasons. That's anybody. Sleep problems can be a result of either a physical, mental, or emotional issue that disturbs the normal rhythm of our bodies, which then creates a vicious circle, as lack of sleep can have a definite physical, mental, or emotional implications, leading to the continued cycle and problem that is self-fulfilling. Unlike people with schizophrenia, healthy individuals usually have sleep disturbances due to a transient issue rather than an organic issue. So the physiology of sleep and wakefulness. Sleep and wakefulness are physiologically interrelated. However, there are definite differences in active brain processes and neurochemical systems involved. Alertness and brain arousal are enabled by several pathways in the brain extending from the brainstem. The cells along this arousal pathway include neurons dedicated to the production, use, and release of several important chemical messengers or neurotransmitters. Yes, these neurotransmitters are actually going to be hard to say. That enable rapid communication with the brain between neurons or with the rest of the body and are essential to consciousness, wakefulness, and associated behavior. Namely, they are acetylcholine, noradrenaline, serotonin, dopamine, histamine, and histamine. These cells fire in a particular pattern to promote arousal. However, every 24 hours, this system is inhibited during sleep. This is achieved by the actions of neurons that produce and release the inhibitory neurotransmitters gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA, and galanine. The interaction between these two pathways operates like an electrical switch and allows the body to maintain either a stable sleep state or a stable awake state. So sleep with schizophrenia. Recent sleep research has shown two schizophrenia-specific abnormalities that impact on cognitive function. Sorry, I don't know what's up with me today. Abnormality of circadian rhythm and reduced sleep spindles on an electroencephalogram (EEG), which measures the electrical activity of the brain. The sleep disturbances associated with schizophrenia are all too familiar to both people with schizophrenia and their doctors and often requires either the short-term use of hypnotic sleep-inducing drugs or choosing a particular anti-psychotic because of the sedative effect. Although there are many issues relating to sleep in schizophrenia, the most difficult to treat is the tendency of people with schizophrenia to be awake when others are asleep. In medicine, this is called circadian rhythm disorder and occurs when circadian sleep-wake drive from SCN of the hypothalamus is out of synchrony with the environment. The main influence on this is light, and people with psychosis may not get very much natural daylight as they keep the curtains drawn during the day due to a perceived threat from the outside. In addition to this fear, they may also find the stimulation and hubbub of the day quite distressing, therefore preferring to be awake at quieter times. This has been attributed to the effects of medication, negative symptoms of the social withdrawal, and apathy as a part of the condition. Moreover, there may be a link between sleep-wake disorder and other symptoms. Cognitive impairment and could yield potential therapeutic intervention. Symptoms of insomnia such as inability to fall or stay asleep and daytime sleepiness affect 80% of patients diagnosed with schizophrenia and frequently coincide with the prodromal stage, periods of relapse, and experience of positive symptoms such as hallucinations and delusions. So that is all I have on insomnia, other than I do have some things that you can do to help, um, natural ways to help you, or outside of natural ways to help with insomnia. So you can take a GABA supplement. That is one of the inhibitory influences for sleep. You can take certain anti-psychotics, therapy, cognitive and behavioral. You can do meditation. I do meditation every single night, actually. Um, Sorry, my hair is really annoying me today. I do meditation every single night. I do different chakra ones. I do soulmate ones. I do peace ones. Different things like that, just to bring my body back into a balance, and it helps me with sleep. Mantra repetition, yoga, getting regular exercise. I go for a walk every single day. That helps to get me out in the sunlight. It also helps to get the exercise that is necessary. And they do recommend getting exercise earlier in the day rather than later in the day, because then you will have a harder time going to sleep. Magnesium, lavender oil or tea, melatonin. I don't know if anybody knows what melatonin is, but that is a natural supplement for sleep. Avoid nicotine, alcohol, and caffeine at a certain amount of time before bed, usually like a few hours before bed. Take a shot. Take a shot. See, I did it again. Take a hot shower or bath before bed. Use your bedroom only for sleeping and keep it dark. Get out into the sunlight for a good period of the day. Cheese, which like turkey has tryptophan, which helps raise serotonin. Almonds also have tryptophan and magnesium. Salmon or any omega-3 fatty acids will help with sleep. Cherries, which provide melatonin, so that'll help with sleep. And that is apparently the only food that has melatonin in it outside of the melatonin supplement. And bananas also have tryptophan and magnesium. So those are different ways that you can get all of your help with sleep. I know that some things don't work for some people, like most things in the world. Some things don't help certain people and some things do. So trying out every single one of these things on the list, or even mixing up and doing a bunch of different things on the list. I have trouble sometimes when I get used to taking something for sleep. I have to try something new eventually, because that thing no longer helps me. So eventually I have to have something else that helps me. Yeah. Sorry. I have like clogged up sinuses right now, and I'm having trouble speaking, I think, because of that. But yeah. So I have to try new things all the time. And maybe some people have to do the same thing, try new things. Um, Eventually, you may try everything on the list, but some of these things can help in the long run as well. It may not help right away. It may take a while to help. It may, all kinds of things. I also used to try a specific supplement for sleep. It was called Deep Sleep. It was recommended to me by my psychiatrist. And that really helped with sleep. It actually gave me a deeper sleep, which is in the name. And that was helpful. And I didn't wake up groggy or tired or anything like that. I felt like I had a really deep, positive sleep. And you can find that on Amazon if you guys want to check it out. So outside of that, I think that I am done for the day. I'm about to hit 15 minutes, so I just think I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay beautiful, stay wonderful, stay awesome, stay amazing, stay unique, stay you, and above all else, you guys love yourselves. Peace and love, you guys.